Hey everybody, and welcome back to the final installment of our trip to Ireland and the Adare village and Adare Manor. So again, love this place. Like this, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And the things that I did there were amazing. So I told you I wasn't feeling great that day before. Like I had a little motion sickness, and then we came in, we had that welcome dinner. Again, drinking, eating, you know how that goes. So the next day they were going out to the cliffs, which from what I hear, you definitely want to go visit the cliffs. I did not go. I saw pictures. Casey went. I stayed back. I stayed in bed. I just was like, I'm going to sleep. And I did till like 11:30. And we're 5 hours ahead. So it's still early here, but I was kind of on their time at this point. I decided I was going to stay on the grounds. And I'm so happy I did. I got to there were a lot of people golfing, but I got to talk to a lot of people who work there. Dave, the doorman, got to talk to some caddies, because that's me. I want to know what's going on. And I got to visit the fairy garden. And I ended up taking Casey, and then I met a bunch of people on there, Matt, Ethan, his dad, Michael. So we went back to the fairy gardens later at 9:45 while it was still daylight at night when they got back. But it's beautiful. They have the little gnome and fairy garden. I want to share some footage with that here. It was so amazing and spectacular because once again, your girl's a nature girl. And this was so grounding. Again, you don't have to go to the Adare Manor to do this. You can go right out your freaking front door or back door, put your feet in the ground, lay on the ground, hug a tree. This is natural anti-anxiety medication. You want to do this. So you know your girl was going to do it. I played a little paddle ball, which is a combination of tennis, squash, and pickleball.
All right, we're in Ireland with Lori, clay shooting national championships, no big deal. Call when you're ready, ma'am.
I did really good. I was like, I'm kind of badass. Like, I like this. So in the meantime, I'm like, this is a manor. There has to be secret hidden things in this manor. I need to go figure it out. So I started inquiring. Note to self, when you go there, you have to ask the right questions. They'll give you the answers. They're not just going to give them to you for no reason. You got to ask the right questions. And there is a cellar there, a wine cellar. Nope, apparently only VIPs get to visit this. Your girl got to go. I took Ethan and Matt with me. We went downstairs when they got back, went to this wine cellar, and they have a chocolate room. Shh, I'm telling secrets. They have a chocolate room. That's where they make all their chocolate. Their chocolate there is, oh my God, magnificent. I brought chocolate home. I've done nothing but eat bars of chocolate because it's not too sweet. It's just amazing. So I'm like pushing on walls because they're like, there's a place called the tack room that's down there. That's now a bar. It used to be the horse tack room. And you can see 4 panels, but they have those sealed off. You have to have a special card to get in. However, outside of taking this glorious tour of this wine cellar, you can't access it. It's like where the staff work. So you have to have a special tour in there. Don't give it to everybody. You got to roll with your girl. So maybe that's a reason to take me on your trip. And it was beautiful. I don't know, it was just beautiful. Just everything about it was amazing. But I still knew there has to be secrets somewhere in here. So I am nosy. I'm in the library, I'm pulling up, because I watch movies. That's right. I'm in there, I'm pulling off. I'm like, go by the fireplace, pull off these books. Okay, nothing is happening. I know there's a special room. And people will not tell you because you're not asking the right questions. There was this lady, I never even saw her. She was like a new person who was working there. I said, listen to me. This is my last night here. I am not going to be happy until I can find some hidden passages. I know that they exist. I know they're here. Your girl knows. And she goes, ask to see the museum. The museum? That's new. Okay, thank you. I went to my guy Dylan up front. I was like, I would like to see the museum. He says, okay, right this way. So I bring the guys with me. I'm like, come on, this seems important. So when you walk out, we went into this door. Needed a special key to get in, like a little skeleton key. And when you walk in, I'm not lying to you, it is this spiral staircase. I swear it feels like it's a never-ending spiral staircase. You go to the top, he pulls out another skeleton key, and he wiggles the little key, and he gets in. We are now it's not restored, right? And it's like the original, I'm going to show you right here, the original fireplace. There's pictures on the wall of where they were adding that new section. Look at the beautiful chairs that are in there. There's some original hairdress that's in there from the ladies that got married there. There is the lineage map of the owners of the house. It satisfied my curiosity. That's all I needed to see. I could see the gargoyles from where I was. And going down the steps, it's the original, I'm going to show you here, the original the guys in armor, those guys, like those guys. I'll show you. And that was there. And I was like, oh my God, I am so happy. I did this. I'm excited. I found these hidden passages. It's like flowers in the attic. I'm good. So what we did the next day, the last day that we were there, was I went clay shooting. Your girl is kind of good with a rifle.
All right, we're in Ireland with Lori, clay shooting national championships. No big deal. Call when you're ready, ma'am. Wow, nice shooting.
Fun fact, do you know that there's no guns on the island? That's right. I mean, there was like, these are like clay shooting guns. The police that you hear go, wee, 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 they don't have guns. There's no guns on the island. It was amazing. I was like, what do you mean there's no guns on the island? She's like, no. I mean, outside of like, you have to have special permission for certain hunting, but no, there's not like gun violence there because they don't have guns. And so I was like, there's no guns. That's incredible. So got out to clay shooting and it was amazing. I had so much fun. And then that's when we did the wine cellar tour, right? The private wine cellar tour. Well, it was a private wine cellar tour. And then Matt had told me, he's like, I'm going to do falconry. And I was like, what the hell is falconry? He's like, oh, it's the things with birds. Okay, that's all you have to say. I'm signing up for this thing. They let me and Ethan and his dad kind of glom on. This isn't something that you could do here in the States because some of these birds you could, but not with the bald eagle. I want to show you this majestic footage of this bald eagle. He's so beautiful. You have no idea how big this bird is until you see it up front. And I got to put my arm out with a glove on and have this beautiful bird come up and eat meat off this glove. So apparently you can't do that in the States because of, I guess with bald eagles here, I don't know if it's because they're the country bird or what, but you have to be behind like a glass or something. Like there's all these rules that come with it. So it was amazing. It was an hour and a half and I was so happy that I did it. I was like, this is my life right now. Like I am in nature with birds and I had an owl. I had 2 owls on my arm. Like I got to like do this with all the birds, learned more things about them. It was so majestically amazing. And I was like, this is my jam. And then later on that evening, since this was our last night before we took that flight home in the morning, we had like a farewell dinner and they had Irish dancers. We had more drinks because that's what we do. It was beautiful. And then right before we went to dinner, Casey and I went out and did a little photo shoot because why would you not? This is like the place to get your Instagram photos. And I'm going to take a lot of these, blow these up and put them up on my wall because it was spectacular. So, it was something that I just soaked up the next morning. I took a few pictures, right? Because we got up at we had to be on the bus at 7, but I was up by like 4:30 because I knew it was going to be a day of like 84 hours worth of travel. I didn't know it was actually going to be 97,000 hours worth of travel, but it was what it was. And I got up and I just wanted to sit and breathe in the majestic air. I say majestic because it is majestic there. And the weather was beautiful and the vibe was gorgeous. And it's like literally, if you get an opportunity to visit the Adare Manor, even if it's for a night, you got to do it. Like I said, in 2027, that's where they're going to be hosting the Ryder Cup. So over at the golf course, I didn't even tell you. Let me show you this necklace. I'll show you this picture of me in this necklace. See this necklace right here? It's a Fabergé necklace. It's diamonds and emerald. And I want you to just take a guess real quick what you think this necklace here cost. Think about it for a minute. Okay. 198,000 euro. That's like over $200,000 here. And they let me try it on. I didn't touch it. She was like, here you go. I was like, no, nope, not touch. Could you imagine me? I break a clasp. I got to call Paul and be like, okay. He'd be like, hey, how's your trip? Good. I need you to mortgage the house. Why? Broke a clasp on this $200,000 necklace. Yeah, that was not happening. So I said, can you please place this around my neck? I felt very pretty woman. When he was like, oh, yeah, I felt very pretty woman here. She put it on. I was like, oh, I took this selfie of me and I was like, okay, this is my $200,000 necklace. You can take this off now. I want nothing to do with this anymore. Like I'm not, no. It was beautiful though. But yeah, so they are going to be hosting the 2027 Ryder Cup, which is huge in the golf world. So that's going to be in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 years. So I got a shirt and I got my Pro-Am shirt from the one that just happened. It was an amazing trip. Ireland did not disappoint. I mean, and again, I did it on some trip of a lifetime type thing, but I don't have to do it that way. You don't have to do it that way. You want to go into the villages. You want to see the country. The people who I met were so freaking kind and sweet and nice and just pleasant, just everything. The country of Ireland was so good to me. And I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity, that Casey was able to give me her +1, and that Bridgestone gave me that opportunity. Like, thank you to all of them. But thank you to Ireland, man. If you guys ever have the opportunity, save to go to Ireland. You can totally do this on a budget. I promise you, you can do it on a budget. And now that I know that I want to go back, I'm going to do it on a freaking budget. Like, definitely a budget. And you can do it. You just want to do the legwork to get there. British Airways was great. I didn't fly United or American there. I would recommend British Airways. Like I said, we had that little bump, but that can be with anybody in any airline. So I just want you to be mindful of that and put that on your bucket list. You absolutely want to go. There's so many other places there I want to visit, and I want to spend more time there. And I think that you will be very happy that you did that trip to Ireland. So cheerio.